What's up, dude?
This is Brian.
This is James. This is B2J.
J.
That's what's up, man. We just came up with that name yesterday. Last night.
A little less than a week ago or so.
Well, we were brainstorming about the name, and then we kind of came up with it on the fly yesterday. Last night when we recorded our very first podcast. It's on YouTube now. We're posting it on our Facebook. I thought it would be pretty cool if you just threw out, if you wanted to, your first and last name so people could look you up on Facebook.
Well, Hector and Kendall, but I go by Brian. Unfortunately, I look a lot whiter than my white genes took over. Let's put it that way.
So how would they find you on Facebook, though?
They would look for a Pokemon named Mew. My name is Brian Kendall, Brian with a Y, and Kendall.
And that would be his profile picture. It's a Mew, you said?
Yeah, I'm a nerd. That is Pokemon probably 150 of 151.
Also to remind you guys, we are complete and thorough nerds. Again, we're wrestling nerds, we're sports nerds, this is all things entertainment. Now, I want to be very clear. This is not your mama's podcast. So if every once in a while we might slip up and say a curse word, please forgive us. It's not because that necessarily represents who we are as people or whatever. But, we're men. Every once in a while we cuss.
Human.
And we're human.
Nobody's perfect.
So, there will be cussing sometimes, unfortunately. And I'm sorry for that. But it's done and over with. I got my disclaimer out of the way. Are you okay with the disclaimer as it stands?
Sirree.
You are okay. Now, we are reporting from our backyard in downtown metropolitan Stockton, California. The Dub 9, the 209.
He lives right next to a convalescent home.
Yeah, well, I live right next door
But
to...
2 or 3 blocks away from ghetto California, too, so...
Yeah,
let's not underestimate the power.
Well, let's not tell people exactly where I live either. This is going out to the masses, sir. I don't want everybody and their brother knocking on our door saying,
"No,
is this where that world famous podcast is recorded?"
I live right next to a. You know what? We ain't gonna go there.
We're not gonna go there, but you want to put my address on Front Street.
I live right next to the high school I graduated from.
That's what street I live on, Front Street.
On Front Street.
Anyway, so this podcast, we wanted it to go, we wanted it to fly, we wanted it not to go, only be put down to a half an hour, but we were on the Spreaker podcast site, and we can only do a half an hour unless we pay money to do it, and both of us are broke, so...
Yeah, we're poor motherfuckers.
So we're doing this the old-fashioned way. We're doing it the freeway.
But with technology. You see what we did there?
Yeah. We're nerds, so we know how to do it. But I thought that this, in our second podcast, we would talk a little bit about who we are. So you are Brian. That's how you can find him is at Brian Kendall on Facebook. Do you have a Twitter?
No, I need to make me one.
You do need to make yourself a Twitter, sir. As long as we're doing this, you need to be on the Facebook verse, the Twitter verse.
That's homework number 1, assignment number 1.
Yeah, you got to be on it, man. So you can find me at Big111Red on Twitter, and you can find me at James Himley, at James Himley, James, if you are retarded and don't know how to spell James. But my last name... Himle. Go ahead and look me up. That's how you find me on Facebook. I do want it to be noted that I don't accept everybody as my friend on Facebook, but Twitter, you can hit me up, light me up, all over the place. And then, if you're cool people and we find out that you're listeners and everything, then, of course I'll accept you on Facebook. So I have nothing to hide, but I'm not running for government position either, so I have really nothing to hide.
Politics are a waste of time.
Yep. And while we were about to say that, let's just change the subject altogether, because that's not what our podcast is all about.
Yeah,
we're all about for positivity, not negativity. And then when you say politics, my mind goes to a negative, dark place, a very dark place.
It is Friday. It is 4:28. That means we're about 48 hours away from Super Bowl 50.
And yeah, it's what's up, man. And Super Bowl 20. You said what?
Super Bowl 50.
Super Bowl 50, in right down the road from us.
The Bay Area has been bracing for the last week and a half, 2 weeks, and 2 days from now, the Broncos and not the Steelers.
The Broncos and the Panthers, man.
Yeah, the Panthers, who have only lost one game to the Falcons right before the end of the season.
So there you go.
We'll be facing off for...
And we said last night you got the Panthers and I got the Broncos.
League supremacy.
I'm going for the Sheriff and you're going for Superman. So if we were to go and I would be going for Jonah Hex and you'd be going for Superman. Like how I did that there. I had to go and find the only other superhero in some sort of universe. I think it's even DC, which is pretty awesome that I would make that, that pull, exactly. So what's your favorite movie, Brian?
New, I would have to say Ted 2. It was hilarious, a lot of vulgarity in it, but then again, if there's an edited version, guys, and you're not going to enjoy that. I'm sorry. Seth MacFarlane's, his sense of humor is far out there.
No reason. There is absolutely no reason to put a censor on Seth MacFarlane.
Exactly.
No to the censor when it comes to Seth MacFarlane and his comedy. I love Seth MacFarlane. Yeah, if you don't know, you live under a rock, but this is Family Guy, The American Dad, Cleveland Show, all these shows. This is the mastermind behind that. And like I said, if you don't know that,
in the West.
A Million Ways. Oh, that was an excellent movie, and a movie actually that we seen together
For the first time, and I saw it
that was a very, very good movie, and that was a good movie too. But favorite all-time movie?
Maybe Wild Wild West, or it might be 3 again. I'm going to go back to that.
You are in love with Will Smith.
Not necessarily in love with him. Like he's just got.
Let me guess. Another one of your favorite movies is Hancock.
No, I, Robot. I've never seen Hancock. Achoo! I'm allergic to bullshit.
Oh man, he loves him some Will Smith. My favorite movie is.
I ain't even watched a double-digit Fresh Prince of Bel-Air episodes either, and I still love the shit out of that guy.
My favorite movie, thank you for asking, is The Crow. It's got Brandon Lee in it. He's the main star in it. I love the soundtrack. The soundtrack is, it's just the soundtrack and the movie. It's
everything about it.
It's a perfect movie. It's perfectly made all the way around. Brandon Lee, if you don't know, again, you live under a rock, is the son of Bruce Lee.
I didn't know until I pointed it out, and the common sense hit my brain. But
Brandon,
it reminds me of Karate Kid, though.
Well, if there ever was a real Karate Kid, it'd probably be the son of Bruce Lee, right?
Pretty much.
So Bruce Lee, full disclosure, one of my heroes of all time. Both his son and him died while filming a movie. His dad died in the movie while filming the movie Enter the Dragon, and he died while filming The Crow. Rumor has it that he dies when everybody's shooting him and blasting him on the table. From what I understand in that movie, again, spoilers if you've never seen it, and I'm talking mostly to you because you never see any good movies, Brian.
I don't watch any movies.
You don't watch any. I mean, bro,
nerd.
have you ever even seen Back to the Future?
Do we want to go there? Do we really want to go there?
You never seen Back to the Future? Never. Star Wars.
Nope.
And he calls himself a nerd. I don't even know if
kind of nerd.
You know what? I don't know. I don't believe it. No, he's a sports nerd. That's what kind of nerd he is. We both love wrestling. We are both huge wrestling fans. We told you in our last
football.
We told you in our last episode that our favorite wrestlers were. Yours was Chris Jericho. Mine, The Undertaker. Your favorite MMA fighter, and MMA is my thing. That's where I'm good at. I'm a sports nerd too, but I'm a very focused sports nerd. I love football, and I love basketball, and I love MMA. Those are my 3 favorite.
I'm not into MMA too much, but my favorite fighter has to go to Cain Velasquez for how easy he took care of Lesnar.
And I'm sure it has nothing to do with the fact that his name is Cain.
No, because I actually like Matt Cain of the Giants too, and he spells his name the same way, so it has everything to do with that.
So baseball. You have to make connections with all of your sports.
He does have the same name Kane as the wrestler, but it's spelled differently.
Of course it's spelled differently because Kane is,
common name.
C and then the K and then the AI and the A&E and yada, yada, yada. Anyway, this is far too much explaining for a podcast.
The English language is a waste of time, guys. If you don't know it, don't bother getting bored by people like us.
Yeah. So, this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be talking to each other. This is what we do. So, my favorite movie, like I said, was...
Crow.
And yours was...
Yeah, MIB3.
MIB3. That's your final answer?
Sure. That's what
I know you changed with the win.
I'll stick with it. I'm going to stick with it.
I know you changed with the win, man.
Go back to the original because that movie's so freaking fun.
MIB3. That's your favorite.
I'm going to stick with MIB3, yeah.
All right. So, since we love wrestling, what's your favorite match of all time?
Dear God. You're going to have to give me at least like a minute and a half.
A minute and a half? We don't got a minute and a half, sir.
Give me 20 seconds.
All right, I'll tell you what mine is. My favorite match is from WrestleMania 12. It is the Iron Man match between Shawn Michaels and Bret the Hitman Hart. Bret the Hitman Hart and Shawn Michaels went a whole hour without pinning each other.
That's crazy.
Oh, dude, it was the first time Shawn Michaels came down from the Raptors, dude. It was amazing.
In memorial of Owen?
And no, Owen died.
This is before Owen?
This was way before Owen died.
You see, I'm a horrible nerd fan. I'm too young.
No, yeah, he died at No Way Out a couple years later. That was WrestleMania 12, like I said. That was also the return of The Ultimate Warrior. The Ultimate Warrior versus Triple H. Triple H got murked in like 30 seconds. Oh, man, it was awesome. That was Goldust versus Hot Rod, Roddy Piper in a backstreet brawl. Oh, my gosh, dude. So many memories are flooding into my brain right now. It's beautiful.
My favorite match of all time would have to be a house show. I got to see a 6-man tag back before Brock Lesnar was ever even the next.
Oh, yeah, everybody.
Thing.
It's a house show, one which you'll never get to see.
It was Big Show, Lesnar, and I think it was A-Train or Lord Tensai at the time versus, rest in peace, Eddie Guerrero, Olympic gold medalist, or at least X, from 96, Kurt Angle, and Hardcore Bob Holly. And, of course, being it's WWE entertainment, the 3 normal-sized guys was one, and you probably had over 1,000 pounds on the other team, but no.
But it was a house show, so the good guys won.
Yeah, they were the faces, so to say, and they beat.
So, your favorite match, let's rewind, is a match that no one can see, and mine is if you get the WWE Network for just $9.99, you'll be able to watch WrestleMania 12 in its entirety and go and take a trip that I took when I was about 12 years old, man. And it was amazing. It was beautiful. It was magic. It's magic. Like I said, Ultimate Warrior versus Triple H. It was Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart in an Iron Man match in which Shawn Michaels won the World Heavyweight Championship for the very first time. It was a match built up beautifully and everything. So
at one point, Randy Orton was my favorite wrestler, and the day before my birthday, I got to see him get a title shot in person at Arco in Sacramento.